It's already time for the first empties of 2021. So yay! Hi guys, it's Magali and welcome back to my channel. It's time for another empties video. I've done so many of these over the years. We are in double digits now. So if you would like to watch my previous empties, I am going to link them over there. There's the whole playlist which has empties as well as some beauty declutter videos. Today's empties all reside in this lovely little cotton bag, which is actually supposed to be for keeping onions and potatoes. I am on a low buy when it comes to beauty for the year 2021 and maybe the foreseeable future. So that means I'm actually working through all of the products that I own, trying not to hoard and trying to finish off my stuff and not waste anything. That means that I will be repurchasing very few things that I absolutely need and that I don't have more of and that aren't replaceable in my head. It is a smaller empties, I guess, but we have all of the main categories that we usually do. So let's just dive right into it. So we're gonna start off with the first category, hair stuff. Yeah, hair products. The first thing that I have here is the Innisfree Camellia Essential Head Massage Oil. This is something that made it to my last year's yearly favorites. I actually really enjoyed using this hair oil. It smells really nice, it felt really nice, and it probably did my hair and scalp some good. I used this throughout the year, but I especially used it more during the winter time because that's when the scalp gets drier and it needs a little bit of extra care. I have other hair oil that I want to finish, but if I didn't, I would repurchase it because it's nice. Next up, we have one shampoo from Kaya Hair. This is from their Root Regen range. It's the scalp revitalizing shampoo. I have this whole range and I've been working through finishing it off, though I'm not like finishing all 4 of the steps at the same pace, I guess. I think that I have already put some products from this range in previous empties and then I have 1 or 2 things that I'm finishing off. I think this shampoo is really nice and it is supposed to gently cleanse and leave the scalp feeling refreshed but not dry it out. I really liked it. It was creamy and my scalp felt good every time I used it. If I didn't have more shampoo, this is a repurchase for me theoretically, but I'm not buying more of it right now. This whole range is really good if you are suffering from like light hair fall. Like hair fall is a thing that should be treated medically if it gets a little bit more serious, because topical products are only going to do so much. But you know, if you are having hair fall due to your scalp being like flaky or dry or whatever, I would say look into the Root Regen range because it's nice for that purpose. One conditioner that I have, this is from Matrix Biolage. It's your smooth proof Camellia conditioner for frizzy hair. Definitely fell under light conditioners. So if you have fine hair and you don't want to weigh it down too much, or if you have minor frizz or minor dryness, this would do the trick. However, if your hair is thicker, drier, more coarse, or very frizzy, this one would not be adequate. So what I do with my washes is I usually alternate between like a hair mask or a deep conditioner and then a normal conditioner, just so that like, you know, I get moisture but I don't get overburdened with moisture. This is good for lighter conditioning needs and if you have finer hair, but may not be good if you're looking for a deep conditioner and if you have thicker or coarser hair. I actually already have a backup of this. I have one System Professional product and this is one of their most famous products. I guess it's called Lux Oil or Luxe Oil. This is a light after wash serum type thing. It does have oils in it, but it's got like a pleasing dry oil and gel type texture. So if you've ever used Moroccan oil, you know it's really similar to that and it should work for a lot of different hair types. It will control frizz a little bit, it sort of seals ends a little bit, and it won't weigh your hair down. So I would recommend it for many different hair types, but I wouldn't put too much of this. I would just put a little bit. I prefer using hair creams for my hair. But if you're looking for a lightweight, somewhat oil-based serum, but something that's not too oily, definitely go for this. Final hair product that I have is from Arata. They are flaxseed-based styling gel. I talk about this product all the time. This is what I use after every wash to help my curls sort of set. I put it on at night. I put my hair up in a pineapple and then the next day I open my hair and it turns out like this. I really like the Arata gel, and I haven't really tried any other gel really. So for me, I'm gonna continue repurchasing this one. This is something that I always have a stock of, and I'm always taking stock of how much I have remaining. I think I have 2 full tubes and 1 tube in use right now. It's time to move on to the second category, which is skincare. And I guess I should stop saying this because you probably already know it, but I do have the most skincare items in this empties compared to all of the categories. And this time I actually have the most of like oil based serums, but we're going to go in the order that you would use these products in a routine. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is this mask from Pond's. This is the mineral clay mask, and it's the pink one. There's also a charcoal or black one available, and this is supposed to deep clean and brighten with vitamin B3. They say that you get 2 uses in this tube, but I think you can definitely squeeze 3 out of it if you go in with a thinner layer, which is what I prefer anyway. You don't need to cake on too much of it. I really like this mask. I think that the packaging is just really efficient. I think it's really handy. It allows you to try the mask. It allows you to buy or open a smaller product at a time, so you don't waste, because if the mask comes in a big jar, then sometimes it can dry out before you finish it off. The texture is really nice and you can spread it easily with your fingers. So I like using these when my skin is a little bit more hormonal. When it's more oily, I put on a clay mask, and it just helps draw out a little bit of the impurities, but it's nothing too drastic, and it's not gonna leave my skin feeling irritated. Both of these clay masks by Pond's and these small tubes, actually recommend them for like their affordability and for their use, like everything. They're quite good. From Sapphire Botanics, which is a small Indian like natural beauty brand, I have 2 skincare products. The first of which is this Drip Cleansing Balm. This is one of the best cleansing balms I've ever used. I'm sure I put this in a favorites last year as well. The texture of it is a little bit gritty, and it's avocado based, and it gives you a mild exfoliation and dissolves into an oil sort of, and it just takes off makeup really nicely, and it leaves your skin moisturized also. It is really an excellent cleansing balm, and this small size bottle actually lasted me a decent amount of time. Because I only tend to default to this when I'm using makeup, and I don't actually wear makeup that often, maybe an average of once a week. If you would like to try a good natural cleansing balm, definitely give this a try. I would repurchase it, but I do have other cleansing balms already. It is a little bit on the pricey side, but considering the ingredients and formulation, I do not think it's overpriced at all. I do recommend it. From Kama Ayurveda, I have their pure Mogra water. This is supposed to be just a steam distilled floral water. They have a bunch of these. The rose one is the most famous, but there are others as well. I was not so impressed with this, and I just kind of finished it off. This was not special at all, and I don't really think it's worth the steep price. Would not recommend. I still like the rose water though, but the other ones are kind of just okay. Another toner slash mist. This one is from La Roche-Posay, and it is their Cerozinc mist. This would actually be one of my holy grail products, but La Roche-Posay left India, so I've had to purchase this one whenever I travel abroad, which now who knows when that'll happen, you know. So I'm running out of my stash. This is a zinc sulfate based solution that is supposed to be cleansing and soothing. So this one just feels and smells like thermal spring water or something. It doesn't have any different texture or smell or anything like that, but I love this. I have used up the big cans as well. This is the small size, and I believe I have one last can remaining, a Chotu one like this. After that I'm gonna have to do without it, but if this is available close to you, if you have acne prone skin or just skin that's sensitive and gets irritated easily, I would shout this recommendation from the rooftops. It's really amazing, and if I could access it easily, I would snap it up, but for now, you know, that'll have to wait. A couple of moisturizers now, and both of them are known to be soothing, and they're both something that's more for sensitive skin, and they both have the same star ingredient, Centella asiatica or Cica. The first one is this Klairs Midnight Blue Calming Cream. This is the double size tube. I got this one from Korea, from Wishtrend, so I'm not sure if this big tubes available in India, but you can get the smaller glass jar. I really like this product. It was the first Cica based cream I'd ever tried a few years ago now. I don't think Cica was that mainstream of an ingredient back then. At least I had not heard of it so much, and now I see Cica everywhere, and there are many Indian brands also that have Cica based products, because it is like a herb that grows in India as well. Koreans are the one who discovered its like skincare properties, and it's everywhere. This is a magic product that's so good at soothing your skin. If it's irritated from shaving, from sunburn, from a product reaction, from hormones, anything like that, you know. And I've sung its praises so much over the years. Now, a year and a half ago, if you had asked me to be without this, I would not be able to. Like, I needed to have one of these at home. Even if I don't use it every day, it's more of an SOS product for me, and I use it when I see the need for it. However, now I feel like there are so many other Cica things, and this one like paved the way, but I'm not replacing it immediately. Like, I'm not buying a new one, because I have others also that I like and I'm gonna finish off. If you are looking for a good soothing cream, I highly recommend it. This is worth every single like rupee or every single dollar or whatever that you pay for it. It's really good. From VT Cosmetics, another Korean skincare brand, I have this Cica sleeping mask. They call it a capsule, but I have a whole box of these, and these are individually packed sleeping masks. So you can put this on as a night cream. That's what sleeping mask means, and you don't have to take it off. Again, this is Cica, so this is something that you would turn to when your skin needs soothing. And compared to the Klairs Midnight Blue Calming Cream, it has more of a balm texture, but it's not too thick also. And I really like the individual packaging. If you're using it every day, it's probably really wasteful. But I don't use Cica products every day. If you're very hygiene conscious and worried about like cross-contamination and how your product is changing when you're putting your fingers in it or whatever, then you're gonna love something like this. If you're traveling or something, you can just carry a few of these based on how many nights you're gonna be away from home. I think this is supposed to be like a one-time use amount, but I felt like it was too much for one time, so I folded it and used it a second time as well. So I just have first impressions for it because I've used just the one, and I think it's excellent. But you know, VT Cosmetics is not easily available in India or on any website, I believe, that ships to India. I hope that changes, because they are one of the biggest and I think a pretty good Korean skincare brand, and I think we deserve access to them, you know. Another Korean skincare product, something that I loved for pimples basically. This is the Face Shop Dr. Belmure Spot Patch Kit Pimple Patches. These are life-changing for like big angry painful pimples that almost everyone seems to get once in a while. For women, when we get it, it's usually hormonal, so it'll come at a specific time in your menstrual cycle. You'll get a couple. They are just the worst. So these pimple patches are amazing because they just adhere to your skin. They help calm the pimple overnight, and for me they serve another very important function, which is like keeping the pimple clean and not letting me pick at it, because I have a really bad picking habit. However wrong I know it is, I get tempted to do it, so then when I have a pimple patch on, I don't do it. I really like these. Someone pointed out that the COSRX pimple patches are way cheaper, but this one is not expensive considering how many you get. 80 patches, yeah, that's a lot of patches, and I was able to use these for more than a year. I think a year and a half maybe. This is the main pack, but then you would get like one pouch like this, which is individually sealed, and each pouch has one sheet. If you get pimples and you've always been wondering, do these work or do I need them? Hell yes, they do work, and yes, you probably need them. This is something that I'm going to be repurchasing really soon. This is another thing that I like having around me, and it makes a positive difference for me. And now it's time to talk about like the 3 oil type serums. So the first one that I have is this oldie from Lakme Absolute. This is their Argan Oil Radiance Oil In Serum. Yes, overnight oil in serum that they recommend putting at night time. I think that when this came out, it was a really good product because it was introducing face oils to a lot of the mainstream, and I also think that this works really well in winter. So how you want to use an oil for your face is you want to moisturize as per normal, but winter air can be so cold and dry that it It sucks the moisture out of your skin. So when you put on a little bit of an oil after your moisturizer, it helps seal everything in, helps keep that good moisture inside. So I liked it for that. I didn't really like it for the extremely strong fragrance in this. Pretty strong. It smells nice, but I didn't want to be putting something so perfumey on my face. But I also didn't want to waste it. So I experimented with using this oil serum for my hair, where it works surprisingly well. And I could also kind of use it as a body oil, because you know argan oil is expensive and I don't like wasting products. So I always downgrade products I don't like, but I don't waste them. If there's a face wash I don't love, but it's nice, it's just like my face doesn't like it, I'll use it for my body. Same thing with face creams that I don't like, I will use them for my body. They tend to work well for hands and feet. So yeah, this is not bad, but I wouldn't really recommend it. The next thing I have is the second product from Sapphire Botanics, the brand I mentioned earlier, who also make this really amazing cleansing balm. So this is their Glow Night Repair Elixir, and this has a lot of really cool botanical ingredients in it. There's oils of rosehip, baobab, argan, squalene, walnut, tamanu, black seed, apricot, hemp, flaxseed, tea tree, lavender, rose, a bitter orange and lime. I heard a lot of people talking so many amazing things about this, so many people I look up to. This is hard to say, but I didn't really like using the oil. It wasn't bad or anything, it didn't give me any reaction, but it has a strong, I won't call it a fragrance because it's not artificial fragrance, it's probably one of the ingredients. It's a little pungent, I'm not sure what it is, but I didn't like using it because of the smell. I still used up this bottle, you know, and I didn't see any kind of special change that would make me want to continue using it. It performed fairly well, but I didn't love this one, and it kind of broke my heart, but that's okay. That's another reminder that skincare is subjective, and sometimes I may love something that you may not, or vice versa. C'est la vie. This is a goodie. I'm excited to talk about this. This is from Guerlain, Belle Royale Youth Watery Oil. So this whole Belle Royale range is based on something produced by honeybees. So you'll see a lot of honeybee motifs on it everywhere. And this is a very luxurious product. I loved using this. This one also has a fragrance, but I don't know, it smells so nice. It had the most amazing texture that I loved, that was right in between a watery serum and an oil serum. This made me so happy every time I used it. So I actually stretched this out for much longer than I should have, or than I could have, because I could have finished it quickly, but I was stingy with it because I loved it and because it is kind of expensive. Now I finally finished it, so I'm a little bit sad, but you know, you were good to me and I liked you a lot. So if you've ever considered buying this oil and the price tag is not too much of a deterrent for you, I would say go for it. I'm someone who does not buy luxury beauty very often, just because I believe most of the time it's a little overhyped, it's a little overpriced, and you can get products that perform similarly for cheaper. But ever so often I come across a product like this that made me feel so good using it, and I think that's part of the lure of luxury, you know, something that just gives you this superlative experience that I don't even know if it made any like really big magical difference for my skin, but I just really loved using it. The only thing that breaks my heart a little less is that I found a perfect like replacement for this that has a very similar texture, but this is from Klairs. It's their Fundamental Watery Oil Drop. The name itself was a clue because they both have watery oil, and this one doesn't have any fragrance at all, not artificial, not essential oils, so that's fragrance free with the same texture. You know, I'm very satisfied with this one also because it gives me that moisturization, and yes, it doesn't feel as fancy, but this is also a glass bottle, and I love putting this on in winter time just before I put on my foundation because it makes the foundation just glide on. I have oily skin, so I probably would not do that in summer, but if you have normal to dry skin, you guys should try a watery oil just under your foundation, and you know, you can thank me later. Now we move on to the third category, which is makeup, and all I have for this category are 2 liquid liners, so this should be quick. This is My Glam Wheelie liner. So this is an interesting concept because it's a black liquid liner, but the main draw of it was this applicator which has like a wheel, so it was supposed to be easy for first timers to use, because I know that our liquid liner has a little bit of a learning curve. And that takes me back to my high school farewell, when I was so intent on wearing winged liner that I asked my mom to buy a liquid liner, and my mom is not a makeup user, so she had never used liquid liner before. I had never used liquid liner before, and somehow we thought that on the day of the party, the stress of getting ready, magically winged eyeliner will be there. It'll become. You guys can kind of imagine what the result was. It was not really pretty. If this kind of a product was available back then, it would have been useful for me. However, learning to use a normal liquid liner, even if you think it's hard, it really isn't. You just need the littlest bit of practice. You know, it comes pretty easily. The gimmick of the applicator aside, this was not a great liquid liner. Definitely a little bit overpriced, and the texture of the liner was really thin. You get this like semi-translucent kind of grayish line. Definitely not recommended. And this is my famous Maybelline Hyper Glossy. This one is super affordable and it gives a really nice line, and I have used this over the years, and I've also recommended this to countless people. This is really nice. So if you're looking for a good black liquid eyeliner, your search should really start and end with this one. This is also one of those things like my hair gel that I like having a stock of, so I definitely have a few of these. Once they would finish, this is something I would keep purchasing. Nowadays I don't use as much black liner as I used to, but it's still an important part of my makeup bag. Now we move on to our fourth and final category, which is body care. I have one hair removal product and a couple of moisturization products. So for hair removal, we have these Veet ready to use full body waxing strips. This is the bigger box and this is the normal skin variant. So they say you can use it on body and legs, as if legs are not part of your body. I don't know why they say that. So I usually go for the sensitive skin variant, but when I wanted to buy, sensitive skin was not available, so I used the normal one. And honestly, I really think all of the variants are pretty similar. You get 20 strips, but they are in that, but they are stuck together. So you know, if you count the stuck together, you get 10 strips. I don't like waxing a lot. I still find it a little painful. I like waxing for my underarms only because I don't like to have to shave my underarms often. I have no problem with shaving my hands and legs, but underarms, I like them to be hair free a bit longer. That is my only use for these strips, and they perform really well. From Bath & Body Works, Pill Blossom Citrus body lotion. Yeah, I believe this was gifted to me, and I think this is from like Bath & Body Works Canada or something, though we have Bath & Body Works here also. I don't know if this fragrance is still around, because Bath & Body Works very frequently launches new fragrances and then they phase out older ones. I think this was just nice. It did the job. The fragrance was good. This is the kind of product that, you know, I liked it enough, but as soon as I finished using it, I forgot about it because it was nothing special. So my final body moisturizer is this product from Vaseline. This is their Intensive Care Spray Moisturizer and the Cocoa Radiant fragrance, basically cocoa butter based. Actually smelled really nice. This product is also a little bit gimmicky because you can get body lotions in tubes, you can get them in bottle, you can get them in tub. Why would you buy a body lotion in a spray? However, when anything new comes out like this, I am a sucker for trying it out, and that's why I had purchased this. This is getting old, so I finally forced myself to use it up. It was actually not bad, you know. Spraying the lotion directly onto your legs is quicker than putting it into your hand and putting it on your leg. And I don't know about you guys, but whenever I have body lotion in a bottle that's too runny, I always spill too much and it's a big mess. So the spray was marketed for like on the go. I think it would be especially useful if you like go to the gym and you shower at the gym, so you could quickly use it after that. It was pretty light though, and since I use it in winter now, a few hours after using it my body would feel dry again. The bottom of the bottle actually marks it as a very light moisturizer, so I cannot blame it. However, I don't think we need to have body moisturizers in aerosols because there are so many other formats. Ultimately not recommending. So that's it for our first empties of 2021. Spring summer edition, I guess, although I used up some of these products when it was still pretty cool and wintry. And if you have any products that you've been liking recently and would like to recommend to me, let me know and I will check them out. So I hope this video inspires you to finish off something that's been lying on your shelf with this much remaining so that you can adequately recycle it. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.